Oh, freedom. I am Becky Pringle. I am the great-granddaughter of people who were kidnapped from the Ghanaian region of West Africa and enslaved in Charlottesville, Virginia. I am the daughter of Haywood Harrison Board and a public school history teacher, and Mildred Taylor Boyd, an ESP Head Start food service worker. I am the widow of Nathan, a labor attorney who loved me and supported me unconditionally. I am a proud mother and grandmother of 2 beautiful children. I am an educator who has spent 31 of my 70 years on this earth. Those 31 years, I taught middle school students the wonders of science. And now I have the honor and privilege of being the president of the largest labor union in this country, the National Education Association. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. And before I'd be a slave, I'd be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free. Oh, freedom is a Negro spiritual that my family choir sang in our annual concert at my church. During these long weeks, when our spirits have been saddened, our consciousness outraged, our realities rattled, that song kept stirring in my soul. I sang it out loud as the Supreme Court handed down its despicable decisions last week. As lawsuits we had won were challenged. Oh, freedom. I sang it while watching evil run rampant, while witnessing so much hurt and harm. But delegates, I also sing, oh, freedom, while watching millions rise up to say no, when decent people remind this nation of what is good and right and true, when morality carries the moment. Oh, freedom. It is a reminder, a clarion call for courage and determination, for the righteous indignation that must fuel our resistance and resolve. When I look back at my family's ties to that song, I know that singing that very song built community, just like we are doing in this space, building a community of support and strength and love. And my community, I just have to take a moment and express radical gratitude for you. You continue to show up with courage in the midst of exhaustion. You defend truth and equity amidst a vicious swirl of hatred and lies. You are the holders of hope and the keepers of dreams. You provide love and care to our students and to each other. NEA, thank you for all you are and all you do. Fellow delegates, as the highest governing body of the NEA, our country is depending on us, on this community, to lead the way from dogmatism back to decency. We must lead the way from callousness and the castigation of society's at-risk communities. It is up to us to lead the way toward care and consideration and compassion that is everyone's right. We know well the obstacles we face, all of them designed to distract and divide and divert, as those in power blatantly and aggressively target immigrants, our Black, brown, indigenous communities, our AAPI and LGBTQ+ communities, and anyone who dares to demand the safety and humanity that should be the inheritance of us all. Those in power are trying to erase the truth of our history so our students are denied the full story of who we are. They want to silence all of the pain and all of the struggle, even in telling of the triumphs. Their narration is incomplete. They want to stop our students from looking inward to see their own dignity, or outward to a world filled with possibility and pride. NEA, none of this is normal. And it is not by accident. It is all despicably deliberate. The pitting of parents against educators, neighbors against neighbors, communities against themselves. Scapegoating, othering, blaming instead of fixing the inequitable systems that are baked in the very soil of this nation. And as they blame and ban, Donald Trump and his billionaire buddies are slashing already promised federal support, funneling public dollars into private hands that are already obscenely wealthy, gutting protections for trans students, and dismantling diversity, equity, and inclusion programs that lift up every student. I hope you heard me say the words. Diversity, equity, inclusion. We cannot allow this administration or anyone else reduce these three sacred values to a simple three-letter slur. Diversity is our uniqueness and our strength. Equity means every student gets what they need when they need it in the way that serves them the best. Inclusion flourishes when all of our students are seen and valued and respected, that they all have access to opportunities and supports. Delegates, we cannot fear the future. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. Say the words. Say the words. Say them. Say them out loud. Say them again. Oh, freedom. We're educators, so we know exactly why public education lies at the core of their attacks, because a free, universal public education that is grounded in teaching critical thinking is a threat to authoritarianism. We know that. Because you see, if they can control what our students learn, they can control what they believe, and then they can use those beliefs to manipulate reality and reason and manifest confusion and cruelty. That's why they want to dismantle and defund and privatize and voucherize public education. That's why they want to demoralize education professionals who have dedicated their lives to teaching and feeding and nurturing and counseling and driving our students every day. That's why. This is an intentional, coordinated campaign to strip away the very tools that challenge power, demand justice, and preserve democracy. As they work to destroy public education and then profit from the wreckage, this administration wants to lock in policies that will take generations to undo. Delegates, I need you to understand that we are in a prolonged fight, one that cannot end on the last day of this RA. While you have been elected to lift up the voices of educators across this country and then decide the future of our union, your responsibility reaches well past these 4 days. It's not only about what we deliberate, debate, and decide and learn. NEA, it's always about what we do. It's about what we do. It's about what we do. We must use our power to take action that leads, action that liberates, action that lasts. And we cannot simply fight against. NEA, we must also fight forward. For our vision of a school system where every student, everyone, attends a school that is safe and welcoming and plentiful in resources, a school where every student is celebrated for who they know themselves to be, a school that is steeped in excellence and care, where education justice is recognized as a birthright, where educators, you, are valued as the professionals you are. NEA, I see you. I see you. In so many ways, you are already fighting forward to make that vision reality. Just last month, in a historic vote for unionization, determined education support professionals in Kansas. Brought nearly 600 new members into the Lawrence Education Association. Their dedication unites all school employees into one powerful union, laying the groundwork for a statewide movement for dignity and respect for our ESPs. Last fall, while we didn't win all the things, yet, we can find strength and inspiration and learning in the victories in Nebraska, in Colorado, in Kentucky. In each of those states, public education was on the ballot, and every time, voters said no to school vouchers. And that continued into the legislative sessions this year. Educators helped beat back vouchers in Utah and Mississippi, in North and South Dakota, and in Kansas. And not just that, NEA New Mexico, wrapped a circle of protection around our immigrant students. They fought against using standardized testing processes to collect student immigration status, and they won. Educators in Sackett's Harbor, New York, mobilized their community and won the release of their students who were detained in an ICE raid. NEA, this is the type of work that we must do all over this country. I will forever be proud of us and our response to the Department of Education's dangerous, diabolical, and unconstitutional edict, which was designed to erase diversity, equity, and inclusion. And NEA, we stood up. And we won. In 3 states, federal judges blocked implementation, ruling that the department what they had done was a clear abuse of power. As we continue to expand this work across our nation, we must take action guided by these 7 important verbs. And yes, I will be stopping you in the halls of this RA and asking you to say them. 7. Educate, communicate, organize, mobilize, litigate, legislate, elect. Oh, I like that. Let's say it together. Let's say it. Educate, communicate, organize, mobilize, litigate, legislate, elect. Oh, snap. Okay. In many of the world's cultures, as you know already, spiritual systems and creation stories, the number 7 holds special significance. In the Lakota Sioux tradition, every decision we make must be done with consideration for the next 7 generations. Our 7 verbs hold similar long-term thinking. As we answer the call to fight back now, we must also fight forward for those who will follow us in our continuous struggle for freedom, and justice. Our multi-pronged strategy to protect our nation's promise is designed to meet the multi-pronged attack on our democracy and on our schools. 7 verbs. NEA, we must educate it. We will talk openly about what is happening to the world around us and what it portends for the future. As this rapid consolidation of power leads us down a treacherous and dark road toward an authoritarian rule, we must be vigilant in teaching the lessons of history and help not just our students, but our communities understand what is at stake. And we have to ensure that they are able to fully imagine, to still imagine, be able to imagine their world as it should be. Next, NEA, we must communicate. We will use truth to cut through all the noise and each of the lies. We will share all of the joyful and miraculous stories we have witnessed serving in our nation's classrooms and on campuses and work sites. Together, we will inspire, motivate, prepare, and compel others to join our movement and take action. So that necessarily means, NEA, we gotta organize. We gotta organize for power. Power to promote, protect, and strengthen public education. Power expanded by partnerships that connect our work to the struggles for worker rights and wages and protections, for fair taxes and economic justice, for reproductive freedom. We've got to connect to all of those battles. We've allowed more resources to organize it because it's the most important and powerful tool we have for creating change. And we're not done yet. NEA, we have to mobilize. We will show up in school board elections and state capitals and marches and protests at the ballot box. Wherever our students' futures are at stake, we will stand, and NEA, we won't stop. We will keep showing up and showing up and showing up again until they hear us. And that change comes. And of course, we must litigate. Whenever the rights of students and educators are denied, we will take our fight to the courts. Since January, NEA has filed multiple lawsuits and joined many allies in so many more. In just these few months, there have been hundreds of other lawsuits spanning the spectrum of this fight. From diversity, equity, inclusion, public education, funding, and support, the closure of the Department of Education, we've worked to protect collective bargaining rights, the right to strike, the right to engage in union advocacy. We stood up for disability rights and the rights of students and educators and immigrants, the LGBTQ+ community, especially our trans community. We have stood up for constitutional rights to voting and speech and assembly. We've been doing a lot. Every time they create an unjust policy, we will use every legal tool to challenge. Everyone. And NEA can't stop there. We must legislate. From school board meetings to state houses and the halls of Congress, we will continue to call for laws that provide what's best for our students. Together, we will continue to demand for educators the dignity, respect, and fair pay that every professional deserves. We will create and support measures that invest in public schools. That's why we are not done fighting against the impact of the big, terrible, horrible, no good, very bad bill that just passed Congress. We won't stop, because we know that bill will allow taxpayer dollars to fund private schools that are allowed to handpick their students and discriminate. This is a bill that you know will slash Medicaid, which almost a majority of our students depend on for their health care. And we know this bill will have more of our students coming to our schoolhouse doors hungry because they've taken away school meals. But as I said before, right now, behind this stage, we are tallying the votes and we are taking names. And November 2026, we will hold this Congress accountable. We will hold them accountable. And that leads to our seventh verb. We will elect. We will elect. We must have leaders who believe in fully funded public education and know the value of unions that fight for it. Leaders who will stand up with us in this battle for racial and social justice. Leaders who know educators deserve the freedom to teach and our students deserve the freedom to learn. NEA, we are not simply reacting to a moment. We are building a strong, sustainable movement. A movement of strong educator leaders who themselves run for office and win. Educate, communicate, organize, mobilize, litigate, legislate, elect. NEA, I need you to remember those verbs, action words. Then I ask that you decide every day what you will do, which actions you will take. Use your power to fuel our resistance and resolve, our righteous indignation, and our renaissance. Show me your power, NEA. Turn up the lights in the hall, please. Turn them up. I want to see you. Yeah, there you is. I need you right now to stand up if you led a walk-in or rally. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up. If you join with allies in acts of resistance or protest, stand up. Stand up if you said or done something to defend our democracy. Stand up. Stand up if you will make the commitment to protect every student, every family, every community. I need you to stand up, NEA. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Look around and see our power. Witness it in real time. I see you, NEA. I see you. So as you sit for a moment and rest, just for a moment, I ask that you make space in your soul to allow the poetry of Leslie Honoré to lift your hearts and feed your spirits and strengthen your resolve. Hold your head high. Especially when the winds are heavy, especially when the lies are loud, when the traps are set, especially when the truth is banned, hold your heads high. Dance in the rain, you walking miracle. You are the resistance
You are the victory. You are the history and the present and the future. You are the wildest dream, dreaming still for the dreamers yet to come. NEA, hold your head high. You are living, breathing hope. As you fight back, hold your head high. There is power in what you do every day. As you fight forward, hold your head high, knowing hope is in the future you are building. Through courage and conviction, we will create a path for our children toward a world where liberty and life and the pursuit of happiness is a promise fulfilled for everyone, for every single one of them. NEA, remember who you are and hold your head high. You are brave. You are powerful. You are the NEA. Hold your head high. Hold your head high. NEA. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom! Hold your head high.
Father.